Today we're going to learn how to assemble a skateboard. First you want to get together all of your parts, and then you want to gather all of your tools. We start by applying our grip tape. First line up your grip tape, making sure that you have some hanging over all the edges of the board. Then you're going to fold it in half, exposing half the deck. Next, we'll peel off half the paper. It'll help if you score the paper first, it'll tear easier. After you pull off the paper, throw it on the table and watch it magically disappear. Then slowly roll in your grip tape. You want to take your time here because you don't want to get it wrinkled and you don't want to get air bubbles underneath it. Push it down, make sure it's all stuck good, and then proceed to do the other half. Again, take your time peeling off your paper as you don't want it to tear, you don't want any left stuck on there. It'll cause problems in the future if you do. Roll it in slowly again, making sure there's no air bubbles and you've got complete coverage. Push it down good and tight. Now you're ready to cut off the excess. Next, we take the tool of your choice and rub it along the edge. You want to rub it until you see the color of the board start to shine through, and then you'll be ready to peel it off. You can give it a snip if you like. I do it. It makes it easier. Continue this process the whole way around the edge, and this will be your end product. Beautiful, isn't it? Our next step will be attaching our trucks to our deck. We start by poking holes through our grip tape. Any sharp object will do. I prefer to use a nail. After you get the holes poked, then it's time to put the mounting hardware in. Some of these will be difficult to get through. Just use a little elbow grease. Push hard, it'll get in. Once all your mounting hardware is in place, then it's time to put on the riser pad. Once the riser pad's in place, then it's time for our truck. Always make sure to point your pivot toward the end of the board. Place it over the screws. Hold the truck in place. Screw on your nuts. Make sure not to cross-thread them. And now for the fun part, power tools. Grab your drill and your nut driver. Hold the nut in place, drive them home. Make sure you don't pull them too tight because you'll pull them through the board. After both trucks are on, then it's time for wheels and bearings. You start by placing on a speed ring, the first bearing, then a bearing spacer, and then the second bearing. You want to turn your wheel, place the front of the wheel in first, press it tight, flip it over, press it on, give it a pop. Next you'll put on your outside speed ring. Then you put on your nut. Get your skate tool, spin it on tight. You want to make sure your wheel spins free. You want to repeat the process for the other 3 wheels. Adore your finished product. And then it's time to go out and have some fun. And always, always, always wear your helmet, please.